Yes, my name is Izzy, and you're listening to the Unplugged Podcast, where we know a little bit of everything and a whole load of nothing. Make sure to stay up to date with what's happening in the Unplugged universe by following Unplugged Podcast on Twitter and Instagram. And you can stream all our episodes of the podcast on Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube, and more. Just go to your favorite streaming service and search Unplugged Podcast. And remember, that's Unplugged spelled with 3 G's. Now let's get to today's episode.
Mozambique killing technique. That's gonna be someone's rapper.
That's someone, yeah, someone's gonna drop a
some
bar like
SoundCloud
that.
rapper.
The next MGK or some shit. One of them T's, but
No, they wanted to finish it. And
That's
then the fact
mad.
that he's like, it was
Daughter was there as well.
Daughter was there. He was doing like a little fan event outside the store that he owns.
Because
Bringing
wasn't
money
he
to the
taking
community.
like pics with his fans?
Yeah,
Like, that's what
yeah.
I saw.
Yeah.
it's ridiculous, man, and it's just disgusting and evil. But the thing is, the fact that they did that, if it was a gang affiliation, I don't think that. Would you really shoot someone if their daughter's just there? Maybe.
Yeah, they would.
No,
they would. They would shoot you if you're at your mum's house.
Yeah, but
where
mom's
he's
house is
from as
different.
Niggas
well.
don't care about
Crenshaw
anything.
and that, like, LA's a very hot place, isn't it?
Yeah,
You
true,
never
it's
know.
hot, yeah.
At a certain time when you forget, when you're getting richer and you have your enemies, it's like, raw, these men can appear at any time in your life, even if you get rich. And they'll be like, this guy's God's
They'll
very
never
low
forget.
now.
They'll never forget.
Yeah.
It's one of the people that got a long memory.
So if you've been gangbanging for all these years, and then you've killed their boy, have you shot at their boy or done something throughout the years, that will come back to however many years it takes, full circle. But it is sad because he was a leader. He was a leader to a generation still. Definitely 25-year-olds up more than my age group, like 23. But I definitely was listening to him early, like 2009.
Yeah.
10.
It was a Mailbox Money mixtape that put me onto him. I was thinking, yeah, I fuck with this guy still.
Then he had the marathon. It's just like, yeah, this is talking some realness.
This is crazy, man. It's a hard one that we have to start the pod on this note. But
I feel like it's this particularly is going to give a lot of people the fuel to do things to benefit the community more, especially people that want to follow in those type of footsteps after hearing news about a rapper like that, an artist, a person, entrepreneur.
But I find it weird, like every time like someone's like providing something to the community or is like making a change in their life, that's when they get deaded. Like most of the time, just in general, like with rappers and stuff.
Oh, like 21.
Yeah, even him getting like bagged, like as soon as they start making a change, it's weird.
It's because our truth resonates with our people, innit? And they want to keep us, especially black people, they want to keep us in a certain mindset that we feel like we can't achieve or know or learn the knowledge for stuff that we should be knowing that they know. So I feel like once people that are on a platform start promoting this message, it becomes like, like we only put these guys on to promote ignorant music, or like
Facts.
things that aren't bringing aren't going to bring the community together. And yeah, it's just a perpetual system. It's
yeah, man, it's
disgusting.
But there'll be a will and there's a way, and it will stop. So yeah, but yeah, welcome back, guys. Episode 25, back in the studio. Obviously, John is for usual.
Always.
We've got Chills back again for what? How many weeks is that now?
3
weeks in a row.
3 in the trot, man. Hat
Man's
trick.
tripling up.
You know,
Obviously myself,
Back for the
SBK
three-peat.
Worldwide, Kofi, as some of you know me, and obviously we're joined today by Rex.
Round of applause.
Yo.
Hey.
And yeah, so today we're going to obviously carry on talking a bit about Nip. But yeah, before that, Rex, we do a little,
Wait. Before that, let me do some quick announcements.
Of course.
Just want to let you guys know about the Patreon account that we started up. Let's put this at the beginning of the podcast this time rather than at the end. But yeah, we open up a Patreon account to help you guys get involved in what we do here. Obviously, any financial help that is, you guys can put forward to help the cause would be very much appreciated. We're a black-owned business, you know what I'm saying? We're just trying to put our brothers on. Shout out to Nipsey Hussle. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, if you go to patreon.com and search the Unplugged Podcast, all the information that you need will be there to get involved. So yeah, please do.
Get involved, y'all.
Yeah. So yeah, back to Rex.
Now that's out of the way. So Rex, every week,
Yo.
every time we have a guest, we give them a little bit of a low-key grilling, sort of kind of, you know,
Okay.
excite up the podcast before we start. Just
Set
a
the
little
pace.
shakedown.
You know what I'm saying? Get you
So-
warmed up.
Interesting.
So list a questionnaire which comes in opposite counterparts, so a for and then an against.
Okay.
So yeah, man, you might as well just jump with it.
First
What's
question.
your favorite word?
My favorite word.
Favorite word.
Szechuan.
Szechuan.
Yeah.
That definitely is your
Wait. Pause. What does that mean?
I mean, it's a region in China, but it's also, you've heard like Szechuan sauce, Szechuan.
Okay.
It's like, but it's an actual region in China. It's not like just the sauce. It's actually a place, so people get it confused.
I can't lie to you, I didn't know what that was still.
Yeah, but it's my favorite word that I used recently, just because, you know, Szechuan sauce got that little. I make music in it, so
sounds saucy.
to me, no one else says it or uses it like that. So I'm just gonna own the word and claim it now.
You're gonna start that trend.
I'm gonna claim it
Pan it
now.
off, man.
Yeah, rules.
So the opposite question is then, what's your least favorite word?
My least favorite word, the N word. Is there
We don't
explanation?
have to give a justification for that one. I think that's a bit self-explanatory.
Just leave it out there.
Okay, what turns you on, excites you? Like in general, just like
Interesting. Definitely when I get that call about studio and I'm like, yeah, like I'm thinking I'm gonna put down at least 5-4 bangers, however many bangers, and because I work a lot, don't get as much time for studio. So when I do get studio time patterned, it's like it's what I've been looking forward to a week. I'll stay there till 6 a.m. That. And also when a sweet one DMs me. I'm gonna be real out here.
A quick side note, yeah. I need to apologize to make an apology. There was a buff thing on the train today, yeah. I'm so sorry I didn't move to you, fam.
What make the world do them
but now in the podcast,
trains are
it's just
so-
in case.
Yeah, trains are
And
weird
listen,
ones.
you have to listen. If
That's
there's a buff
typical
thing-
of like TFL, man.
Listen, if you're, I don't know what I was on today, but I was just sleeping on my job. But listen, if you're on the train, you see a buff thing, you have to let them know they're looking peng. It's your duty. Honestly, you gotta share the good vibes. Make sure everyone feels good in their own skin. Let them know that you're feeling the way they're looking today. That you stepped out the house here looking A1.
Come on.
Juan. But I fucked up, so my bad. I want to apologize to you in your leather trousers and your camel jacket.
Wow. Remembered. What colour was it, bro?
What, the trousers?
Yeah, what colour are the leather ones? What, black?
Black. Oh man, you can be running your
Could be
colour.
brown.
This is coming like you and that, man.
Black leather.
I know. So it's like, nobody remembers what her, hairband colour was or some shit.
Nah, I don't remember
Purple
that.
hairband and everything.
Nah, she had that.
What was the crep check saying there?
Just them.
Feelers.
No. It was like them. Not like them heels that like girls get from like a top shop or something.
Yeah.
Just them standard ones, innit? But
couple inches, not too
can't lie
high.
to you, yeah. It's looking juicy still.
No,
But anyways,
man.
Don't sleep next time.
Listen, I'm gonna be fuming for a week until I find another sweet one.
Well, anyway, back to Rex. So obviously music's one of the arts that you're very, very into, that you produce and whatnot. And obviously put out to the world, obviously going to one of your shows, me and Luango as well.
Yeah.
Sorry, Chills. Obviously, yeah, man, got some real talent. So what do you do in the daytime?
During the day, I do a variety of things. So basically, people send me contracts.
Okay.
And the things I do, I get say contracts or like documents to read through before models or independent contractors go and sign. And I'll read through it for about, it depends how much they want to pay me for, 10 hours, 20 hours. And I correct the contract because a lot of companies, most of the time, they just regurgitate old contracts that are 100% in their favor.
Wait,
And
isn't this like, when the government took the contract from Papa John's website and then sent it to the...
Yeah, 100%.
literally that.
I didn't know about that.
When did that happen?
For
Oh,
Brexit.
the DUP.
Yeah.
No, basically they were trying to prepare for Brexit, innit?
Yeah.
So they paid this company that had no ships
I'm
and
sorry,
had
yeah,
never
not
done
DP.
any shipping before.
Yeah.
And then, like on the website, the company's
Terms and
terms and conditions was from a Papa John's website.
That's crazy. That is actually crazy. And like, for example, let's say a model, they would be unsure in certain parts of the contract called model obligations,
Yeah.
which basically most modeling agency or companies, it limits what you can put out outside of your contract,
Yeah.
which is silly because you're only modeling. And in some contracts it says, oh, you're not allowed to be in the publishing industry, the entertainment industry, all these other industries that have no like actual relation to just them modeling on jobs. So once
like
I
agencies
highlight
and
that,
shit.
yeah, agencies do that. So once I highlight that, I'll get them to change it or make a like
An amendment.
amend it, and
Yeah.
you know it works like a lot of the time. Like
Can't
recently,
lie, we need people like you.
Them
Just making
people
sure
get
man
checked,
pattern up their
otherwise, innit?
contracts. It's important.
And if I'm not doing that, I'm either planning an event, or I'm at an event, or just going to meetings about. I work with a UAL. We do a project called Connect 2.
Nice.
It basically bridges the gap between students and professionalism. We set up events we've done events at Boiler Room. We actually got to use the Boiler Room space for at least 4 months every
Really?
week, just messing about on the DJ decks, doing whatever really, but
Yeah.
also meeting people there and getting to engage with them on a more personal level. So now we just call up when we want to go, and it's very
blessed.
Yeah, it's very blessed.
I heard that.
So just a lot of bits and bobs.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't even know what to particularly call it, but I just say brand consultant mostly to people, and event manager.
Yeah.
But there's other little bits in between that I do as well during
No,
the
that
day.
sounds good still.
Sounds good.
So,
So
yeah,
keeps
what's-
you busy.
We asked him what excites him. What doesn't excite you?
Yeah.
What irritates you? What pisses you off? What grinds your gears?
Bad smell and bad food. Literally.
We ain't had bad food
What is
before.
what is bad food for you?
You gotta come with that seasoning, that Maggi cubes.
Literally, like, I don't know, fam. Anything that, basically, I like cooking a lot now because I've learned that when you just chef your own food, you go out, you're getting food from places, it just tastes it tastes like plastic. It doesn't really, it's not fulfilling. For me, I'm a foodie, innit? So, like, I really like cooking. Like, I'll cook for motives and all of that. So, that's one thing. Like, when I go somewhere and someone's gassing up food or their food, and
It's not on point.
it's not,
it's
point,
not there.
I'm very annoyed. Like, I even told them, like, yeah, this ain't it, you know. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Had man come out all the way
selling
to West
man's
London,
dreams.
Yeah.
all the way to these quaint
That man
parts
must
of
be
London.
burning,
like,
you know.
Nah, I know what you feel though. I remember
Yeah, not that grind.
in uni is when I realized I actually love cooking. Like I love cooking.
Yeah.
What can I say?
No, it's
man?
proper
very
fun. I
keen.
can't lie.
So what sound or noise do you love?
Pardon?
What sound or noise do you love?
What sound or noise? What sound or noise do I love? I feel like, you know, I like the sound of sax, like saxophones.
Yeah.
Like, it's quite like, I like listening to that. Like a lot of jazz instruments as well. And 3 a.m. calls with a sweet one as well. I had to think about that for a while. Man. It's
Yeah, I
like,
can't lie.
what other sound do I like? Like when you're just talking to man on a quiet, the voice is just killing me. Yeah, that and just like jazz sounds
Yeah.
really and truly.
So what sound or noise do you hate?
Police sirens.
Why? Just because it's bare loud? Or
Just
just
loud. It's just like sometimes these men ain't even going nowhere, fam. Just being bored. Police sirens. Like loud construction. Like when construction's like local
Yeah,
to
that's-
you and it's
that's
just
the worst
mad
thing.
loud and you just can't do anything. You just
Yeah.
can't concentrate. What sounds I like? Techno.
you know what I'm
Can't-
saying?
Techno, I'm dead.
That's a whole genre.
That's cancelled for.
I was like, bin it.
Just trying to write
get
off
rid of it.
consulting any techno artists, bro.
No, I don't even. No, I wouldn't
It's a
even.
bit too close to Boiler Room too, bro. Ain't that?
No, they would know that I'm straight jazz hip hop, man.
He's not
And
on any
other
techno
forms,
events.
just not techno. Garage, I can bust garage, house, just techno. I can't vibe with
a
it.
bit
Like,
too
it's not with my
synthetic and
energy.
that.
It's not for my energy still. I hear that people enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of like a lot of Europeans, or when they come here, they ask like, no, literally like, fam. I thought when I went to Romania, with my friend Tom. He was working out there for 2 weeks. Maybe 2.5 weeks. We went to some next club called Tequila Bowling Alley. So you can bowl downstairs now. Then you go upstairs. It's a club.
So
And
down.
people
That's
like
kinda
smoking
wavy.
cigarettes in it. in the club as well.
Oh,
so
no.
there's no smoking
that's like
area.
when I went
I'm not on that.
motor.
It was very stuffy, innit?
Reckless.
But like all they listen to there is techno. But because the drinks were like 50p for a shot,
Just
man was vibing to techno. I'll give them that one.
Sometimes you just have to firm it, you know, man.
Yeah, but generally, yeah, like no techno, no police sirens and construction sounds. Like,
So then, what's your favorite swear word?
ooh, fuck.
Standard.
Therefore, so applicable to so many things.
Your least favorite swear word?
Conversations. Do people consider bastard a swear word?
Yeah.
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 Let me ask you this: Can you swear? Can you say that around your grandparents?
Maybe my granddad. He's a calm one. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, therefore that's my least. I don't really use it. I don't really say it.
Bastard. Bloody bastard.
You bastard.
So, what profession other than your own would you like to try?
Or profession other than what? Sorry.
Other than your own. So anything you're doing now, you can't do it.
I want to get like a master's in renewable energy in it. I want to get into that field a bit.
Okay.
I've been researching it, like what I want to do within it if I was to do it. But that's something I've always been interested in quite a lot, other than like consultancy, events,
And music.
and music. Yeah. So I've been interested in renewable energy. I want to do renewable energy, like consultancy in a way, advising companies, especially ones that build buildings, like on how to efficiently use
How
their
to
building.
reduce their construction noise.
Yeah, it's something called carbon finance.
Okay.
It's like a branch of renewable energy that people go into when they want to assess like the energy efficiency of buildings.
Yeah.
So it's mad like complex in some of what I was
Oh,
looking
is that
at.
like what, you know when you walk into the buildings and they got like the energy rating on the wall? It's like
Yeah.
A,
Yeah.
B, C, D, E.
Yeah, but then they do things through like the construction and how much energy it's generating.
Okay.
It's bare weird. I haven't really dig too deep because you need to buy the course to get the syllabus. So I've been looking online for like, where do I find shit on this? Like
YouTube, my G. YouTube is the way
fam,
forward
it's
in life.
hard, fam. These men are just trying to keep the information from man. But
Free
yeah,
the people.
defo that something along those lines, like renewable energy profession. Even a technician, like learning how to install solar panels. Like I just feel like all of this is useful for the future.
So conversely, what would you hate to try? What profession would you hate to try?
Being a chef. I love cooking, but that chef life in that
pressure.
kitchen,
It's that pressure, the heat.
I wanna punch someone up. The head chef. Up.
If
I know
you're
he's
with
gonna-
like Gordon Ramsay, you're
I
dying.
couldn't take it. Yeah. No, that
I've done that before. It's calm
love for
still.
the food.
I enjoyed it.
I respect the food, always respectful, but I can't do it.
It is fucking tiring, but it's like for me that I enjoyed it still.
Yeah.
I like the high pressure environment.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
but for me, just all of that. Me, I'm a laid back. I'll cook fast, but I like being laid back. I'll just like listen to my music. I'll have everything just in my element. I'm in my element more, innit? So that's the one I'd least want to try
Yeah.
out of everything.
What we got left? So the last question.
Yeah.
If heaven existed, what would you like to hear God say when you arrived at the pearly gates?
So if I went to heaven, what would I want to hear God say?
Yeah. Like when you stepped in the door.
Oh, there's some bad bees up in here. Straight
Wow.
away. You think? Listen, I heard Absol saying one tune, yeah. There ain't no baddies mentioned in the Bible or something mad like that.
Yeah.
And ever since then, I thought, you know what? like I ain't heard of no sweet ones, you know. Like if I go there, I'm just gonna be chilling with angels and God. Like,
Man, what's the
That might
72
get boring.
virgins?
That's weird, you know. Like when you think about the Bible was like written by bare man,
bare man,
and
fam.
they're still not talking highly of the sweet ones.
Yeah, it's like, right,
is
what do you
this?
lot?
Nah,
what
there's
is it?
There's two
There
ones
was,
in the Old
the
Testament when they talked about some bad ones.
Was it that
yeah.
Mary
I'm
Magdalene
not
or
too well
something?
versed
They
in
talked
Bible
about it a
studies.
little bit like
Ah,
kind of.
yeah, but they wasn't shouting how pain she was. They wasn't talking about her
No
in that
way.
way. Nah, it's
But
just a
definitely
prostitute.
like
But
to go heaven.
they also mentioned that
Yeah.
And see baddies.
But
Yeah.
kind of had the impression like maybe she was like
if we're talking about conspiracies, which we're gonna get onto, yeah, like there's like versions, well not versions, but there are like old New Testament books that were never included in the Bible, right?
That's right. That's right.
That some claim that Jesus and Mary Magdalene, two had a couple children and that.
My days.
I'm saying,
I heard about this. There's been a few there's even been a few documentaries on the BBC.
What would these
yeah, apparently
beings have, like?
Jesus' bloodline exists.
This is making me think like the Greek gods and like how they had Hercules and all of them, man. Them man must have been on crud.
Yeah. But obviously, just go Google Dead Sea Scrolls in it, and you know what I'm talking about.
Dead Sea Scrolls.
That's what they're called because that's where they were found. They were found around the Dead Sea.
True.
And
but there are books that obviously were taken out, hidden, that's still only written on lambskin, and that are obviously not.
And obviously, when the Bible was compiled, they were considered to be heretic, work of the heretics, so they all got burned. But anyway, that's a story for another day. Rex, welcome to the podcast, my guy.
Yo.
Pass the test.
Thank you.
Finish the questions.
Came with some unusual answers as well.
Had to, man.
Said bastard for least favourite swear word. We usually get the C word for that one.
Yeah. I thought you were going to say the N word as well. Because you said you didn't like that word already.
Yeah.
So
it is what it is, isn't it?
It is what it is, man.
So just a quick catch up before we get into today's topics. I would like to mention that Jussie Smollett is now free and out on the streets. All 16 charges have been dropped. Whoever's lawyer he has, I won because you are fucking wavy. 16 charges and all got dropped.
I can't believe it, bruv.
Yeah, that's stunning.
Look, and that just shows Chicago PD are pissed.
That's stunning.
What faith do you have in your police department? R. Kelly is now free.
Doesn't mean no.
Then the week later, Jussie is bust case. Literally, man, they must have thought together. Yeah, man, we're gonna make this church choir have like short you know.
They turned up and they thought, hey, this church choir is shit, fam. I'm out of here. And just
trust me, my God, I could not believe it, man. 16 counts. That's a lot to beat, you know. It's a lot of the odds, but
I won't lie to you, I need to do my Googles, but
so do I.
There's a lot
because it just happened so suddenly.
Yeah,
I haven't heard any more commentary from the mayor of Chicago. I haven't seen anything. I was seeing everything on CNN. I was seeing everything on BBC, and now it's just.
But then again, it's not even worth it in that regards to what's going on anyway. So it's like I feel like
curious.
it's something that
I'm
you'd
genuinely
have to
curious.
just research up after what happened, innit?
How the hell, like, because it's like this is it's not even like it's a story that you can just ignore, though.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
But
like he fully obviously said he got attacked.
Yeah,
and people put a noose on his head, and a racial, not just a normal domestic attack.
Oh man,
a racial attack.
Yeah,
and because he was obviously homosexual too. Yeah. So he
played all of the cards.
Playing all of the cards.
He hit every stereotype. Every stereotype. Imagine you had a list. Imagine you could concoct your perfect hate crime. That's it.
Okay.
And then he just like bust case like that.
Man, could you imagine? Speaking of conspiracy theories, they were like, "Cool, we're gonna arrest me. I'm gonna say I lied, I did it, and then you're gonna let me free." Could you imagine if he was paying off Chicago PD? He obviously don't have that much money, but
conspiracy theories are like
they're flying everywhere now.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. This week is gonna be one for you know what I'm saying. You got to wear your tin hat.
Numbers on the board and that.
What else was happening before we get on to the big story of today? Yeah, that's it, man.
That's about it.
That's the only thing I wanted to get off my chest.
I still haven't watched the Michael Jackson thing, but
that's another thing. Conspiracy theories again. Yeah, listen, we were so quick to jump on R. Kelly. Why are we not doing the same thing with Michael Jackson?
Because a lot of stuff's come out
dead.
since then,
So
and he's
what?
dead.
So
but a
what?
lot of stuff has come out since then. That like fam, it looks very. In what I'm seeing, what's coming out from people that are now just proper going intensively into it, that it's very staged because there's been things that was said by is it one of them called Wade Robson? Is it?
Yeah,
something like that.
His mother in a certain year, where he said that Michael abused him, but then the mom said in a different account that he was out with them. Like Wade was out with his parents on that day. Yeah. So like just little things like that, just not adding up over time.
That's not what I'm saying. Because the same thing's happening with a lot of the people that claimed against R. Kelly in that documentary. What was it called again?
What? So R. Kelly's one?
Surviving
R. Kelly. Like there's a few of the girls that have admitted that my dad told me to say X, Y, Z. So Yeah, but the thing is, like when Michael Jackson's involved, no one's trying to hear it.
But no one, alright, cool.
Like
Trapped in the
nobody
closet.
is trying to hear it.
It's true. It's true. I can't lie.
That
No, a
is
few
true.
people
To
are.
an extent.
one.
I had like a
thing-
conversation with like a friend, and like,
a difficult
basically
one.
I was just refusing to
That's
hear
what-
points.
nobody's trying to hear it.
It's
Nah,
Michael,
you-
man.
listen.
I understand the points, but like it's just,
We don't know anything. Anything could happen, but
I
if it's
I don't
muted,
know. I feel
only
like
God knows.
It's gone to like put down his status because recently, like, just a loss been done to put down like. Not that it's a bad thing to find things out. That obviously could be
I
very
think I know where we go with this.
techie, but like
Yeah.
the community of people who are looked at as, you know, not superstars but role models,
Yeah.
just getting bashed. Like a lot
Yeah.
of crazy things are
Role
happening.
models out here.
Just getting bashed.
All I'm saying is, like you gotta come with the same energy, regardless of who he is.
I mean, I've come with the same one. Like until I get the full
Did you
facts.
see the energy people came with like for Chris Brown? Like they
Ooh.
came with energy.
Swift.
And look at
Swiftly,
Chris Brown
and then
now.
straight away when it got dismissed, I was there just thinking like, rah.
Yeah.
girls
For those
do.
who don't know, someone claimed that Chris Brown raped her
Oh, in Paris.
in Paris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How recent was this?
This was, I think, it was.
This
it's,
was like
it's less than a year ago.
Feb.
Yeah.
But he got apparently it was fake.
Yeah, it was a fake
Yeah.
claim. Like she recanted the
think
But
statement.
the
Dangerous.
amount of feminists I
Dangerous.
see just going
Yeah, but
wild
like
all over the gaff.
after that, Chris Brown was getting
You're gonna pay for that comment.
slaughtered.
Yeah, definitely.
Slaughtered, especially-
his track history, his track
Yeah,
record.
it doesn't put him in a good
yeah,
light.
it doesn't put him in a good light.
No, of course it doesn't. And the thing is, though, people forgave him already for beating down Rihanna.
I don't think we forgave him. I think we decided that he
they
served
did.
his time.
Nah, people
did
people
get-
forgave
he
him.
got-
Forgave him, man.
he got-
He
yeah, what did he
started
get?
winning
Like-
again.
Yeah, he did. He
Yeah, but
started.
that's what I'm
He
saying.
started
I think
winning again.
People,
Did he
right?
not
His
like-
music was good, infectious.
Of course, but obviously
So
that
people
helps.
let it go.
Obviously, no.
that is what helped.
No. Those
Okay,
people haven't let
not
it go.
everyone,
They haven't
but
let
his
it go.
fans
Yeah.
who were on the fence were like, okay, we're gonna give him a rest. We'll give him a blind story and we'll lie, and we'll
Didn't
just
he
still
do
listen
his
to the
time?
music.
But that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, he did do his time.
So like,
Yeah, but it doesn't
people
matter.
can
The
change.
principle is he's still.
Yeah, you can be like,
people
oh,
don't
that
change.
was fucked.
He'll
but
hit
like,
another woman. Don't get me wrong. He'll hit another woman.
You can't,
yeah.
you
Alright,
can't
alright,
definitively
He's
say
likely.
that.
He's likely.
You can't
to hit another
definitively
woman.
say that. Though.
He's likely to.
Who, Chris Brown?
Yeah.
Like he's not the same as he will.
But listen, he's had two sweet ones. He had Rihanna and Karrueche, and they both left his ass, fam.
Oh, the Karrueche one was a bit mad because this guy was like popping up on all
he
the
was like
Instagram
popping up,
feeds.
Yeah,
He
like
was
so.
before
If
you
he's,
was-
if he's moving like that on a public one, he'd probably
Yeah,
be a
that's-
weird guy, fam.
Do you know what I'm
In
saying?
regards
That's
to
a bit fishy.
How he moves with
Then
women.
he just won, and then his songs are great, and everyone's leaving him.
Yeah,
My
left
friend
him
was saying
alone.
it's because of
Still
like
charting,
the pretty
still
card
selling out
that he
shows.
gets away with it.
Who because he's paying?
Yeah.
He gets away with
It's
what?
two factors.
Nah,
I don't
girls
know,
have been in
hold
love
on a
with him for
second. You
years.
might not asking like you're not man acting like he's not getting roasted.
Nah, he gets
But
roasted, but
I think he's getting roasted, but I'm saying some people
Yeah,
feel
he's
he's
got
getting away
diehard
because he's got
fans.
the pretty card.
Oh yeah, come on,
Yeah.
man. Like,
I
but
swear
that's,
even
that's,
after
that's what I'm saying.
he done the Michael Jackson tribute, that live performance when he wasn't going out with Rihanna, and that's the
that
first
was-
time he came back after a couple years.
Yeah, I think that was during or just before the whole Rihanna phase.
Okay.
Just after. I think
Okay, yeah.
that's. I think it was his first live performance actually.
The whole thing,
and he
is,
cried. I
guys,
think he cried on stage
yeah,
or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just like people saw that performance and was like, "Oh, we forgive him," type of thing. Look, he's crying on stage.
I mean, it's alright to cry.
I don't
but
think
Yeah.
people are forgiving him still. I won't lie to you.
some people have.
I feel like some people have.
Enough people have
I
for
think-
him to continue to be successful
On the whole,
and live a good life.
on the whole,
Yeah.
anything Chris Brown does,
Scrutinise,
you're
yeah.
gonna get people that are gonna be like, oh, remember when?
Yeah, he
When
tumped
he-
up
yeah,
Rihanna,
when-
yeah.
Remember when?
Always. I'll say
It's
that.
like when someone dies, they always just bring up like remember this guy's homophobic or something like that. They always
Yeah.
draw out a negative somehow. It's just
Yeah.
like leave
Well,
it.
The same way they're like, oh, remember?
just don't do it then.
Yeah, but like people got that on everyone though, innit? They're like, oh,
Yeah.
Martin Luther
Some
King
say-
cheated on his wife. XYZ did this, you man did that. It's just like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, people love it.
People make mistakes, man.
But some mistakes
Mistakes
are bigger than others.
Alright, some are mad.
Multiple times. That's not a mistake. That's you have a problem.
Yeah.
And you know, like the Michael Jackson thing. The reason why I haven't really, given it the time is because
He beat the case when he was
he
alive.
beat the case, did take
He
case,
beat the case.
didn't have to do a race.
Why now? Like, why can't he be? Why do you want to bring this up when he can't defend himself now? He's not around to defend himself.
He beat one case and paid off the other one.
Did he pay up?
Yeah, he settled it.
Mad.
Well,
move.
still kind of done, isn't it though?
Legally, yeah, but morally, then it's up to you.
Why would you take a payout then?
Why would you take a payout?
Why would you take
Exactly.
the payout? If
I
you
would
really
take-
wanted him to go down.
I would take the payout, right? If I think that in this case I can't compete with what
His lawyers
with his
were-
lawyers. So I'm gonna take the cash rather than go to trial.
Yeah, of course.
So I can get some recompense.
That's gonna fulfill your pain, right?
No. Or personally, no. But then I can't speak for their heart, innit?
Yeah, true. How much million was that one?
I don't know still.
If they're willing to take a like payout, why in this situation would they not be in it for just the money?
These are different people.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
these
they're
are
different.
These are different
Fine.
people. These are different people. But yeah.
I mean, yeah, you gotta come with the same energy, and I came with the same energy. I came with R. Kelly. I watched the thing. R. Kelly's had a known track history of this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We've
no.
been known for.
He's had people in dungeons and whatnot. It's very, very
Yeah, his track.
Exposed.
From time you see videos of like
psychic, and the
pissing
facts
off
have presented themselves. With Michael, I don't know the facts. I don't know anything about it, other than what the media is giving me right now.
Yeah.
You know, obviously there's hearsay been, you know, with the younger boys, you know, whatnot.
But R. Kelly actively makes things that make you question
him,
yeah, anyway.
Yeah.
No, that song Trapped in the Closet.
Are you saying as opposed?
Oh my bro, like
Yeah.
after that I was thinking, yeah, this guy's very different. Like,
That's the greatest piece of storytelling.
No, Trapped in the Closet is like amazing. Not that I advocate R. Kelly, but
no, but the plot is just like
like
There's
I
midgets.
had to think of all of this.
Fam, there's midgets in closets. There's, you know what I'm saying? There's all
like,
kinds of madness.
What lifestyle are you living, bro? Where's that inspiration come from? All of that type of stuff, and
That's next level
obviously
creativity.
the Aaliyah thing as well. That's another.
Yeah, that one, especially when his manager like pretty much confirmed it.
Yeah, that was
I
definitely
think it was
confirmed,
on like
fam. Man's in
BBC
the
Three
age
or
in the
something.
number cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not even on the cover, and he can't be
Bro,
just
I
sell
can't listen to that
it.
song
Oh
anymore.
my
No,
god!
I can't listen to that song anymore.
What song?
AJ number.
I thought it was anyway.
I can't listen to it, bro. That was a real one where it was like,
Yeah,
it's
so
very.
my goal was
I
just.
can't do it.
I swear, wasn't he like in the background of the album cover or something?
Yeah,
just there, like
yeah, he was.
this is not right. This is not right.
Like the guy is not okay, man. And then he wants to go on this, was it a TV interview thing? And he started crying and throwing a tantrum. It's like,
I'm fighting for my life. I'm fighting for my life.
My family. I want to see my kids.
You shouldn't have done that then, should you?
When he said he's got his problem was he's got a big heart and he loves people too much. I'm just thinking, like, just shut up.
He's very confused.
So what I'm saying is, yeah, like it's just we got to keep our energy consistent.
There's that now. And then there's obviously, I haven't even fully researched in this too much, and I should have, but now there's Cardi B and what Kalaba she's been doing, has been proved to be doing, which is
Well,
obviously
she confessed it herself.
before-
Yeah, no, she's the one. She,
Viking on his
do
phone.
you know what she did? She came and volunteered this information.
Yeah, of course. She's like, I'm America's sweetheart now.
no, but I reckon girls do that stuff, not
Oh,
just
no,
her. Like,
I don't die it, but it's like now that it's Cardi B that's done it.
Yeah, but think about where Cardi B came from. Let's look at her history, where she came from.
I'm not surprised. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm really not surprised.
Yeah, I'm not surprised at all. No way.
This is like,
I probably I saw it. I was like, oh, okay.
yeah, honestly,
I
that
wasn't
was
surprised. I was just there thinking, like, not much is gonna happen to her. Like,
Definitely
Because of
Cardi
this.
now. Nah, she Cardi now, fam.
No, yeah, she can't.
She's
No one can touch
gone.
her.
Yeah, she gone.
You can't. Think about it. He's gonna as a man.
pretty
as
face-
A, wait,
pretty
as a man.
face
Let me put this
status.
out there. As a man, if that happened to you, like, and you found it was Cardi, would you be like, like, where's my money back? I want my money back
Yeah, I'll call the police.
on the spot.
that's holding yourself out to the whole world. But you got violated.
Yeah.
Violated.
No, but the girls are nice, innit? And man, when they see girls, their eyes start going all blurry and
Yeah,
that,
of course
they
you
just
would.
get
We
lost.
talked about this on the
So
podcast.
imagine a girl like Cardi, finessing you. She's been popping it on you all night. She's like, let's go back. She's like, let's go back to
thinking.
mine. You're thinking, yeah, calm. She pops open the juice. You're chilling. Dash off your belt. You're zipping now. You wake up. You're like,
wake up. You're thinking like, what's going on?
like, it's raw.
Check the wallet.
End up, it's not even her crib.
American
fam.
Express is gone. It's gone.
It's not even her crib either. Like, she just.
It's a hotel room.
Yeah, fam.
So what we saying? How are we reacting to this conversation? Because it's a
I
bit.
just feel like obviously it's dangerous because it's like shows that, you know, it's both sides. Obviously girls get spiked, but doing it to guys is it's techie because guys will retaliate. Some guys will retaliate in a mad way. So she shouldn't be saying it as if it's like, oh yeah, I done that. Because if other girls get excited, young girls that look up to her, I'm like, yeah, we're gonna do that.
But she's had people beat up other people before, innit? So I think she's on a flex where she's like feels like she can't be touched.
Yeah, but you know,
I kind of
I don't
want
think
like,
she's that protected.
like something to happen. At least see that like people responding to it, like the government or like the police or something. But something doesn't necessarily
The
have to
government
happen.
to respond to it, man.
Like,
American government needs to really,
you know,
just
because like
focus on
then it'll
what
just
it's
look
doing.
like a double standard to me. If like even if like they like charge you or something and nothing really happens, at least it shows to me like it's not a double standard. But like nothing at all is gonna happen.
Yeah, but deep it, that's literally America right now is in a state of absolute chaos. Like it's up in flames, fam. Look all the madness that's just happening, and fam, like their judicial system isn't gonna function because their main government ain't functioning. So there's no one's giving each other information on what to do right now in America. You can see for the way the country's going right now. And if Trump gets another 4 years, they're ruined. So
Statistically,
I don't think she'll get charged.
Statistically,
Why would she get
He's
charged?
likely to do that. But
I was gonna ask, do you think it's because of her status or because she's a pretty face again? Like,
you know, wait, I'm reading this
boom.
now. Yeah, it's saying that she did this thing on Instagram like 3 years ago and it's resurfaced now. So, but she's saying that she's not like other rappers that glorify, you know, murder, violence, and robbing and all that, etc.
But remember on Twitter, is it Joanne the Scammer, that Donny that used to do them scamming skits? Yeah, he was doing the same type of skits in terms of drugging men, scamming guys.
Yeah.
That obviously Cardi said in a real life thing, but people are laughing at the skit. So it's like where on Instagram and like social media, where do you find the seriousness to take it in that regards?
To be honest, but she's not denying that this happened to her. She's saying she did it because she felt she had to do it to survive.
Now you got City Girls as well. That's out. They're like two other Cardis, literally. Have you heard Act Up?
No, I haven't. You know.
Act Up, you can get Act Up.
No, I haven't heard that.
They're talking about they're talking about the only talking to Donnies if
me.
they're getting money from them. All of this madness as well, like so. And I'm not gonna lie, it's a lot of baddies that are doing it. If I'm being real,
I mean, they're the only ones that can get away with it, isn't it? Really.
and
No offense to anyone.
some guys they might get robbed and feel like, well, you know what I'm saying? They might have had sex or whatnot, so they might even look at it as like, fuck it. Depends if they got it like that, but it's still.
They're looking like they're paid for it.
Me, I'd be deeply affected because
it's vile.
You know the way my bank account is set up right now, yeah?
So
Can't afford to be getting robbed like that.
It's got to be taking public transport home as well. You know, that's the most embarrassing thing. Like, yeah, I can't lie. I'm going to give the City Girl stuff a listen just because a lot of people have been talking about it right now. And like someone tried to make a joke and was like, I bet you listen to City Girls. I was like, what? I was like, no, I don't know what you're on about, man.
This is the first time hearing them, to be honest.
They got that really baked tune, don't they?
No, I've heard the bait tune, but
I
that's
think
not
I heard
anything to
Act
do
Up
with finessing.
briefly, but didn't really pay attention to
a
it.
girl sent me it. She just sent it. I sent her a message. She replied with Act Up, so I thought she was trying to indirect me in some mad way, innit?
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, why are you sending me? She's like, oh, listen to it. I was like, Like, I listened to it. I was like, rah, you're really dancing to this in your room right now, aren't you? Like these lyrics. So I don't know, bro.
Do you think it's funny though, like that? This is. Do you know what I deep in the other day? Yeah, you know how like, gal them are like, I mean not even gal but women in general with this whole feminist movement and that, just trying to be like, trying to be like men, but. When it comes to things like that, I feel like they've got it wrong in terms of they're choosing to be the worst kind of man.
Yeah, the toxic.
Yeah, because it's like it's them ones where they're so quick to jump on the whole toxic masculinity, and yet when it's a female portraying the same traits as women empowerment.
Yeah.
Or am I just tripping here?
No, you're not tripping.
Nah, you're not tripping. Some of them are just really trying to jump the wagon to be like, oh, because I've been hurt, or because I've seen, I've been affected by toxic masculinity. I want to, give somebody a taste of their medicine. But
it's like
you can't really be doing that, to be honest.
Yeah, man. No, you're right, fam. And also, I feel like women and feminism. There's obviously feminists that understand equality in terms of I'm a woman, like they're saying I'm a woman, you're a man, we're separate, we have separate traits, separate thought patterns, like we're separate but we're equal. But some they're confused. I feel like they're more deluded into thinking that they have to do everything, because you're saying that men do, but then when you try and tell them that, like, no, like that's not how it is. Like
men aren't even trying to do this, and yet you're right, you're trying to be doing a madness.
Like, have you seen that guy that goes around interviewing women or people about topics in America? And he went to some woman and he said, "What do you think?"
The slut one.
Yeah, he said, "What do you think men are better at than women?" She stood there for about 2 minutes. She was like, she was like that for ages. And then he said, okay. So what are women better at than men? Then she came out with loads of answers. One more compassionate, one more this, one more that. Then he said to her, "Oh, you do know men are physically stronger than women." No word of a lie. I'll send you man this video. She started crying, bro.
Wow.
And then 2 other guys came up to the guy that was interviewing and she's like, "Oh, you're right. But it was like she couldn't fathom. She was one of those feminists that can't fathom that men are better at some things than women, because some have taken it to an extreme. Everything has extremities in it. So I feel like the ones that take it to that extreme, it's very hard to get that across to them, because in their head it's superiority now. Women are superior. You seen it on the TL, on Twitter a lot, or Insta. You see all of this.
I think that's the majority of feminism.
I mean, I don't mind them trying to, ignite the idea that, women should be equal, and it may be coming across in that fashion. Like, they've really got to push this superiority so that, they get a reaction. That's really what it's for.
Yeah.
But doing it too much and obviously not coming back with solid enough evidence or, facts. And then if you just break down and cry, it's like, what was the whole point of you doing that? You've just wound up yourself in the spirit just for what?
Yeah.
For what really? Like, but I definitely want to see that video.
Yeah, no, I'll definitely send it to you as well. But like, a lot of, for me, I feel like guys like us, we understand equality, innit? We understand that. I don't feel like us here are toxic males or show like hyper toxic masculinity.
Yeah.
But then women generally always, on average, talk about toxic masculinity. Yeah. But I got a lot of brothers, a lot of friends, not toxic, you know what I'm saying? And there's traits you can see in toxic males that women do like, because in the head it portrays like strength, protection.
I think that, like
instinct.
I think like in terms of the attraction side of things,
it's internalized.
I think it's lust. I think it's
I think it's whether this is conditioned or not, but it's an internalized mechanism where people automatically look for mates that they think are desirable. And so in doing that, obviously you're gonna want to find somebody who is like healthy. You know what I'm saying?
Powerful status.
Yeah. Healthy as in physically healthy and financially healthy.
Yeah.
But when you get people, but then you do get those people who take that to extremes. And then that's, as you said, when things go to extremes, they become problematic.
Yeah.
And it's about finding that, not even a middle ground, but a place where, you can coexist and like basically find a happy medium where, okay, this is what you're good at, this is what I'm good at, this is what you're not good at, this is what I'm not good at, and then you learn to coexist that way.
Yeah.
Rather than trying to do, okay, I'm trying to do everything. I'm doing everything. Because life is hard. You need help.
Yeah, all steps.
You know what I'm saying? It's hard. But at the same, but fundamentally, you're right. I mean, just don't be a prick at the end of the day, innit?
Yeah, no, treat each other good.
Yeah.
But yeah, then it just
love.
comes down to, you know, your culture, and if you're really trying to be a part of the culture that subscribes to either non-toxic, toxic, or a bit of both in the middle. So
A little bit of toxic doesn't hurt no one. It improves your immune system.
it's nothing yet. I'm just dead.
We don't want to answer that one, innit?
No, I don't even know what to answer.
Little drip of
Because
toxic.
in my head, I'm like, yeah, I
say.
kind of agree. You know, everyone needs a bit of toxic from both sides.
Sometimes
You
you need
need
a cold shower,
you need a
innit?
bit,
You need a little bit, but
that little bit of that touch.
it can't be a continuous thing because
Yeah, cause we're not fairies out here, so we're gonna have.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, man, they
We
make
can't
fairies.
always be too, not
But
too
it's-
sweet,
Over the
not
clouds.
too toxic, man.
But it's the mindset you go into it with. If you go into, I'm generally just better than you, right? From man to woman or woman to man, then that's never really going to work out, is it?
Nah.
Regardless if you try and suppress that. If you don't, it's what you believe,
Yeah.
and obviously what you've learned, and then what you want to unlearn.
Yeah.
So if you want to unlearn, okay, just because I'm stronger, that means I'm a better person or I'm a better human being. Then that's a good thing. But and obviously you understand your strength, but you use that to your advantage to
Fundamentally,
bring
here's my thing. Is
relationships
that
together.
it's like,
Forward,
why would you
sorry.
want to be the same as someone else? That doesn't make sense to me. Like, why don't you want to be you?
Conformity.
Yeah, but like, you lose your individualism. And for me, like, that is one of the most fundamental things of being
But people feel
alive. I am me. Like,
people feel stronger
I
when
mean,
they're in a
no,
group.
you is you.
generally. I think it's rush hour. No, Alex, chills, you're right. But again, it's like a group identity, yeah. Groups are formed of a collection of individuals.
Yeah.
But if you choose to remove your individualism in order to identify as part of a group, to me it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Because like at the end of the day, like when you die, you're the only one in your coffin. You understand? Like you can't. You know, I know it sounds like
true.
nihilistic, but you're born by yourself and you die by yourself.
Yeah.
And anything that happens in between has to be accountable to you and you alone. Like as you see, when you go to heaven, like no one's gonna be.
Your group ain't backing you.
Yeah. Where's the man then?
This ain't gang shit like that. But
You know what I'm saying? Like, so like I think if as an individual, male or female, right, your job is basically just to do the best you can with what you have. And you can't ask for anything more than that. And obviously just treat people with respect. It's the same biblical teaching. Treat others how you want to be treated. And if you want to act like a prick, then someone punches you in the face. That's your business.
that's your own fault.
You know what I'm saying? But anyway,
Yeah.
onto other matters. That was a quick side note.
Quick, but yeah. Anyway,
Let's say quick.
I had to run through the other things before we get onto the real juice, to the real meat of the topic.
yeah.
This morning was a troublesome day for me. I won't lie to you, because I woke up as you do. I'm happy I woke up today. And then I flipped over my phone, opened a group chat, and I see a message from Chills. And I can't lie to you. Normally, when certain things happen that attract public attention, I just tend to ignore it. Really, I register it, I acknowledge it, and move on. But this one touched me deep because Nipsey Hussle, has his music has affected me in ways very few people have. There's very few people I can say that if they passed from this earth, I'd be generally affected, and this is definitely one of them. And I won't lie to you, it's a solemn day for me. I won't lie.
Yeah, it's been very reflective. Like I was even in West at my friend's apartment, just outside, and I was thinking, I was just like, R.I.P. Nip, man. Like, I can't believe it's still just taking it in, because those are one of the people, as being an artist or just a person for the community, that's someone you'd want to see prosper
And do
and
well.
hopefully connect with somehow. And then this happens and it just weighs heavy.
And especially because it looked like he was onto some big things.
He was. I
Big
therefore
things.
know. Yeah.
He was about to support his whole
getting
community, not
clout.
just
He was.
himself.
What magazine was he in the other day? Because
GQ.
GQ.
Yeah, because
with Lauren
I think
London.
on that same day, I remember seeing a tweet. Someone was just really just talking about him, saying, him and like, well, who's his thing again?
Laura
London, yeah. They look really like cute and all of that stuff. And I just found it like people were just talking about him just like a couple minutes ago. Like, what the hell?
Because one of the ones where for me, like even in music, there's people that you respect and there's people you want to be like.
Yeah.
And I thought Nipsey's one of them guys you want to be like.
Because I didn't really listen to Nipsey that much.
Yeah.
But like I had respect for him. I've been aware of him like since like probably 2012 times.
Yeah. People talk about problematic rappers. He's not one of them.
Not problematic at all.
Problematic.
He's not one of them. Like,
Didn't start any rap beef really with anybody.
yeah.
Not too tough anyway.
Yeah.
Come
yeah.
from
He
a
was
tough background,
certified
but
in
like
coast
that's...
though. So he had people, known people like Snoop, Dre
Yeah,
from
yeah,
early, doing features with Drake in 2009.
Yeah.
Prior, J Rock even in 2009.
Yeah,
10.
yeah.
Like he's been active, and then his first tape was in 2005. I
He's been
think.
putting out tapes for years.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it was like all that progression, the marathon.
Exactly.
Then Victory Lap dropped, and it was just like, yeah, this is you, bro. Like,
Yeah, this is his time. Like,
deserved.
he really because he really
Grammy nomination and everything. Yeah.
Grinded.
Nah, he should have won. That hurt me. Like, that's the first thing that came into my mind. Like, nah, he's dead, and the Grammy should have been his.
Real.
It was a tight category.
Yeah,
though,
if they were giving it to anyone
but he should have won.
last year, it was the two people that are dead.
Who?
Him or Miller, really.
I thought it was between him and Pusha T, to be honest.
Pusha T, but that's a very short project. If you think about it, very short.
Yeah, but it's still delivered. Very, very
Well, yeah.
tough. Like,
What do we know about what happened on the day? Well,
I mean, I've just been, reading about. I've even hopped onto. I never look at Media Takeout, but I hopped up to Media Takeout today as well, just to find out a bit more information. Obviously, they say that. Not obviously, but they say obviously he was outside his store, Marathon Clothing, whatnot, which he owns. An event with his daughter, and obviously a gunman came out of nowhere and shot him, obviously 5 times.
in the body, one to the head.
Body and one to the head. And yeah, then he fled in a vehicle that was apparently waiting for him. But I read somewhere that that's not really adding up from what witnesses said happened. They said that it was a group of people that were shooting. So the police's story, which is obviously what I first said, is not adding up to what the witnesses say. Obviously, I don't know if there's
There was a video of like the witnesses saying like they know, like just after the incident happened, and they're just like saying this was no gang related. Everyone like here for the community knows it's not gang related. So
Yeah.
they felt like at the crime scene it was like
a hide
some
hit.
higher power. Like
Yeah.
It was a hide hit, yeah. Because to think about it, who's really going to be that brave to mess with him in the area that they're in? Do it by themselves as well. Number 2, and he was cool with most people in the
then
area.
again,
That's his
that
enders,
ends,
bro. He had
but
the
then-
store there. He was making a barbershop
Then again,
there.
who was that other guy who was talking about like most rappers get shot up in the end?
Yeah.
Boosie.
yeah.
Yeah.
It
You have to
happened.
leave the ends,
true.
though. It's facts. Because if you're still on when you was on that bullshit, like cool, you was on that, you was more alert, you're active, all your boys are out. When you're blowing everyone's rich, you're just chilling, you got your
Yeah,
yard
you're a bit-
there, you got your shop there, you're just cruising. As we were
Think
saying
about it.
even at the beginning,
The
yeah.
bigger you get, the bigger the target becomes. Because you become clout.
Yeah.
So,
So moving out at ends should have been a priority still for someone like him who did obviously used to gangbang. Like definitely, he was conscious, but he was stuck in that role for money
environment, yeah.
But
to get out of the hood.
Yeah, thing is, he's not going to really get out of the hood because he wanted to rebuild it.
that's the thing,
Yeah,
though,
this
isn't it?
is the realness
And the thing
of
is,
it.
because of
Yeah.
so many people have gone into entertainment industry, sports or whatnot, or the ways out have been regardless if they've given back or not, and whatever way it is they've done it, have seen if they've moved out, they've seen they're a sellout or they've let us down,
Yeah.
because they're not here. They're given back, but it's never really respected as much as if you're your neighbours with the people who
You're still like humble, like
Yeah,
Yeah, the
he's
people who
out
put
here
you
that's
on,
what
doing
like
that.
people
who-
always like go on to say and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what he stood for. And it was like, why am I going to be like if you're trying to rebuild a community, why are you going to say, no, let me move? And why am I going to be afraid of the people I love and the people I'm trying to, better?
Yeah, that you grew up around. No, I
So
didn't.
it's really not wasn't in his interest to do that, and obviously that's what makes it, the burden harder to bear that it's actually happened, because he was just trying to do the right thing at this point in time.
And then that's what got him killed.
Barbershop.
It's crazy how
Running a restaurant.
It's crazy how you trying to do the right thing will just spin around and have this happen to you. It's nuts.
Yep. Obviously, everyone's trying to say that it was a hired military hit because obviously, like I mentioned before, the Mozambique killing technique. Obviously, that's SBK 2019. If you want to use that in your essays, but
gave a all Harvard reference.
But because of the way he was killed, obviously the man he was killed, and obviously that doesn't really happen like that, and someone just gets away with it.
Yeah.
So, and obviously because of his recent documentary he was creating on the life of Dr. Sabi and assassination,
Alfredo Brown,
Bridge, and obviously because he had said, and he had obviously been proven to have a cure for AIDS and cancer. Obviously Dr. Sabi went to 2 courts, the Supreme Court and another court, and beat both cases. So obviously they tried to prove him wrong.
Yeah.
They didn't have the cure. And then he ended up, dying too, getting killed. So it then shows that,
he died in suspicious conditions in police custody.
Yeah, he did.
Ooh. And he was healthy, so healthy. Even though he was in his 70s, right?
Yeah,
and he only had an alkaline diet as well.
So he was healthy. Look, I listened to the other day, or today, this morning, that on Charlemagne's show, he jumped from the floor onto the desk at 71, just with no problems, no knee problems, nothing, great health. So it's the thing, we're not obviously too much about conspiracies, but you've just got to think about, the chain of events and what's really happened. Like we were saying, obviously earlier, boys, like obviously with Rex, who was saying if he waited to release the documentary until it was actually ready and talk about it, obviously we might not be in this position, but who are we to tell, really?
Assuming
that's the reason why he got killed. But
but assuming that it wouldn't, I don't think that would have made a difference, because like people knew, like you can't make a documentary by yourself, so people are gonna know, so it's gonna get out regardless.
Yeah, but not on that much on a large scale.
Yeah, but the people who...
But wouldn't it be like, if there's a higher power, wouldn't it be their agenda to deal with it quickly if they know it's out to the wider masses? Like if he's gone on to like
no, but that's what I'm saying. So again, listen, I hate conspiracy theories, I really do. Yeah. But again, assuming we're going along this line of reasoning, they would have known regardless if he said it publicly or not. Because as I said, if you're interviewing people for a documentary, they're gonna
word's gonna get about.
Yeah.
I think it's just less of a problem for them if, assuming this theory, if it's not to the wider masses.
So what you're saying, he's going to make the documentary and not put it out?
No. I just feel like the minute something goes out, they're going to do things quicker. Like,
no, what you're trying to say is that they'll delay the so-called killing of the person until, it can get the most attention because of when he actually releases it.
No, think about it. If you're
that's what Alice is trying to say. You're trying to say.
I'm trying to say it doesn't make sense.
The whistle would be blown already.
Yeah.
People would know from early because
start.
Obviously there's people at those levels, producers, executives, that would obviously pass information across, because that's what happens when you talk in those circles.
Yeah.
And then he would have been found out and someone would have come for him anyway.
Because if you're trying to hide a conspiracy, you don't leave bodies. You just want to dead the thing and make it go away quietly. Like, don't make sense.
It's true, man. I'm just thinking about his daughter, man. It's just really sad.
No child should see
obviously
that, man.
I don't know when he got married, but he was married to Lauren as well.
I don't think he was married.
They're not married. They started dating in 2013 and had a year in
I read
2016.
something said that they were married. That might have been wrong information.
Nah, they weren't. As far as I've never seen him anything about marriage. It's always been girlfriend.
Just research that for me, because I read it was media takeout.
Might have been either engaged or something.
London, Nipsey, married.
No, as far as I know, it's not a marriage thing. But obviously, I could be wrong.
Regardless, though, man, it's just
either way, it doesn't.
He's leaving a child behind.
Marriage is just a contract. If anything, it doesn't really
change nothing but your name.
Yeah.
Shout out to Music Soul Child.
He was making the steps. A good
either way, it doesn't.
Person in society by the overall so-called rules. It's like he was here for us, here for the people.
So wait, do you think there's any way out of gang life?
Pardon?
Is there any way out of the gang life? Have you seen the Spec Nation documentary?
Yeah, I watched all.
I feel like there is.
I watched it as well. Yeah,
I feel like
I
there
found
is.
that very interesting.
I feel
actually.
like
I thought it was stupid.
I feel like I've seen people.
I did too, but still.
I've seen people get trapped because of their own choice. I've seen them have the choice to pick an option to do this or this.
Yeah.
And they pick the option that's led them down the wrong path.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you're unsure, or if you get to a certain point, you're like, well, this isn't even for me, you know. A lot of people that wanna, even that I know from my area, because a lot of people have been put in prison now because of decisions they've made. Like the people that used to be on it as well, fam, they're low key. They've cut out. You don't see. They're just on their own stuff. They get normal jobs, or they're doing other bits and bobs. Like they move out of their ends.
Yeah.
Like
They just put distance.
Positivity. Yeah, they're just really trying to change their life. And I feel like it's all about the older influences in gang culture that really affect the up and coming youth. And you know, it's hard when you got hard gang banging elders and they're like, they make it like not intimidating, but it's also the fear factor / you know what they're telling you can get out of doing this lifestyle. And I feel like it's really at the youth more than the older men who's been involved in it for long enough to know whether they want to leave or not.
I think in a nutshell, you're basically saying that it's easier to get out the less you've been in it. Yeah? Because it's like if you're all the way deep involved, the only way you're really getting out of it is if you like leave as in different country. Like just
But wasn't that like with the SPAC Nation thing? Like once they make that decision, they want to join SPAC, like they get moved out of their ends and get put in like a...
because they help. No, because I think they were talking about that one. You're talking about the footballer kid.
The footballer kid and then the other, like the older, there was that older in the thing.
His name was TK, but let's obviously let's just introduce
there was TK
what it was.
And there was even the other one.
The junior guy.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
No, but he was still in ends. They put him in, he was in a hostel.
Oh yeah, he was.
Yeah. So obviously BBC have done this. Obviously, gang crime. Gangs, crimes, and obviously SPAC Nation mainly focused. If everyone doesn't know, those who don't know what SPAC Nation is, it's a church that call themselves the Hope Dealers.
No, isn't that the group?
No, that's the same one.
Isn't that? Oh, fair.
You did watch it, right? You did not see the T-shirts he had on his Hope
I thought
Dealers.
that was the name of the music. I thought that's the name of the music.
It's called SPAC Nation, but obviously they call themselves like quote unquote Hope Dealers. They're dealing hope. So obviously they go to the streets and they go to people who are obviously affected in hardship and difficulties and, you know, about to be in this gang life and try and bring them to their church so they can, you know.
I don't think they are. I think
Relax, I'm finished. We'll get to that. Who are, you know, to bring them in, bring them away from the gang life and obviously show them to God. But obviously their methods and ways are a bit controversial of how they do that. Obviously recruit people to come to the church and then their services are kind of delivered in a way that's like they rap on stage with balaclavas and have this form of gospel drill. So that's like
which I think is trash.
What drill or the gospel drill?
Gospel drill, just that whole fake concept. You're using the same terminology to talk about hope when I've heard these hope dealer man talk. They're talking about the same stuff flipping people like 6-7 talk about, or Lowski. They're just doing a facade with it, you know what I'm saying? For me.
Yeah.
I feel like...
So you don't think there's a place for a SPAC Nation?
No, I feel like it's very... Obviously they can do whatever they want in it, but I feel like it's very misleading. I feel like...
Because I was watching it, and I was like, I get the philosophy, but I don't like.
Which is what?
You know, they're trying to reach the gang members through a language they understand, right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So based on that, it makes sense. But again, like when I think of what Christ is, they're a church, right? They're claiming they are Christian, right? Christian literally means follower of Christ, and I don't see that. If I look at them, I don't see Christ.
Nah.
I like it's because it's weird because I want it to work. Like I really do want it to work from the bottom of my heart. I want it to work.
A lot of this just because maybe that's what they already like know. That's the only thing they know, like with how they deliver it and their music and whatnot.
And that's the thing, because it's like, if it's, again, the language I understand, if this is the way to get them out of that life. Because like, I've never been involved in gang life. I don't like, I've been in situations where, like you said, people have had choices and I've made the choice to go, you know, I took the road less traveled, the harder road or whatever it is, rather than to go down the easy route of just, you know, quick bag here, quick bag there. So like, I know what it means to like, obviously make difficult decisions at a young age when like you're not really emotionally or mentally equipped to make those decisions, right? Yeah. And so a lot of the time, I feel like people end up in situations where they don't intend to be in, but they find themselves in, again, through circumstances and through their own fault. Because I'm never going to be one to try and completely mitigate someone's decisions, because I think ultimately you're always responsible for the decisions you make, yeah? And like I said, if this is a way to, you know, allow them to reorientate their life to a position where, okay, I'm going to do good in the world now, then the more power to them. However, I remember watching a video of one of the head pastor, what's his name, Toby?
Yeah, Toby.
On Twitter, you know, chatting shit about, why am I going to listen to people who have more money than? And I'm thinking...
But say that again?
He was...
That pastor?
Wasn't he talking about in the
thing? 5,000 in your account.
Yeah, don't talk to me. And I'm thinking, okay,
that's a 5 racks,
you have to deep it here. Like, Christ's message was one of humility. He said that it's harder for a rich man to enter into heaven than it is for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle. So if you in your life place a high priority on material possessions, you are already in the wrong position.
100%.
True.
And that is what they fundamentally do.
That is what I see in the church.
That's their unique selling point.
That's the selling point. Like, he didn't say, like, we need to show them the money because there's other ways for them to achieve this. Like, it's a bit odd.
It doesn't, like, again, I don't see... I'm not trying to be overly critical here because remember, it's as a philosophy, I still agree with it.
Yeah, it's trying to be pure.
It's just that the fact that they're calling themselves a church here is a bit, you know, questionable. It's like, I don't see Christ in what you're doing. And I say that as like someone who is not all the way, you know, a believer myself.
No, I hear that too.
For me, it's just like, I watched the documentary, the way it was directed wasn't very well.
Oh, well, but
but for BBC Three, it could have been a bit better.
On BBC Three, they got, if they can get this.
You know, if they can get it, that's the thing though, that's the good point. If they can get on BBC Three, then you know what? Anybody can make it to BBC Three.
It's the content though that put him there.
Yeah.
Of course. And it's what was I didn't like about it was obviously it's not very positive. Wasn't done that well.
Oh, that's why.
It was talked from the lens from the church's point of view, like it was an advertising platform.
And that's another problem I'm going to go to as well.
Literally was like, come to our church, we're saving everybody, we're doing this, we're doing that. And it was just obviously about, it's just negative about these people obviously going through real hardship and suffering. And that doesn't have to be shown so much all the time. You could have just shown the good parts. And for me, it's, you know, they really just focused on the underdeprived areas and really wanted to focus on...
But that's their goal though.
Yeah, that's fine. But they really focused on the bad stuff that they were still doing, not the good things that they're doing.
You mean
in terms of... They were getting people like, to...
No. They highlighted the bad stuff that they have done.
Yeah,
a lot.
Of course.
Yeah.
But there's still... The grey area there where like you got Joshua to be like, I'm a good guy, I didn't sell drugs, or I didn't go and stab people because...
Which one's Joshua?
Because the young boy who had the footballing prospect.
Oh, Jaheim.
Jaheim. And he was like, I didn't listen to people when people said, come to me and gave me this opportunity, this life. I was quite resistant to it. But then obviously he was like, I sell drugs and etc. Which is slightly almost incriminating himself, because if, you know, the Metro Police go and see that and they go and search his house and whatnot.
But that wasn't the point. The point was he sold drugs and now he's not doing it anymore because of the church.
Of course, but he still could have been doing it.
What, selling the drugs?
Yes.
Yeah, I found that mad interesting how these guys were so comfy.
What's his name? The other big trap lord, what's his name? Young Diz, who obviously did still sell drugs.
He's from my side
still obviously committed crimes.
Was he actually aware of him? Because on the thing he was like, people know me. Obviously from
I didn't know any of his songs. I didn't know.
I know of the Vecton and Custom House Mandem and them lot.
Yeah.
But like putting names to faces and that is a bit different. Because like I said, I made the decision early on to just not get involved. One, because I'm terrified of my dad, and my dad would beat the shit out of me. Like, it would have fucked me up if he found out I got involved in that shit. But yeah, early on, I was like, listen, I'm trying to be productive. I want to make, like, I'm trying to make money in the regions of 9 figures, not in, 3 figures here, 4 figures there. You know what I'm saying?
Fair.
So
No
it's
shit.
like, and I realized that's like, it's not, because I speak to my man, like my boys that I know from secondary school and college now, and the shit that they have to deal with is just like, rotted. Listen, I'm so, on the one hand, like, I'm not gonna lie to you, on the one hand, I do miss my area because I don't feel connected to it anymore. Like, it's so weird, the fact that because I'm not part of that lifestyle, I don't feel connected to my own area where I live in to this day. And I'm 24 years old now, and it's like, I'm walking down the street and I don't know faces. Like, I know my man them, but we're all grown. Like, I don't feel like I'm part of the community anymore. But I'm grateful for that at the same time, because it means like I'm not really known amongst them circles. So the likelihood of me getting involved is low.
Yeah, that's even like back in the day. Like, I would always either be kicking ball outside mine or just chilling, doing something calm. Where I remember sometimes you see like a bag of man, like, where you lot going? They'll be like, oh, don't watch. Next minute I'm hearing they've stabbed someone up or something. Like, that's it's like, and the people that I've seen with them, some of them have gone to my school. I'm thinking, what the fuck are you doing with your life? Like, what are you doing? Like, I've grew up with these people, innit? Like, through primary school, and now some of them are doing well, but a lot of them dumb shit. And
it's the thing of, like, I know spare situations where men might have a good acting job, but can't take it because court case pending, or there could have been a baller, but TTs now they can't travel to certain ends, and it's like
over dumb, and a lot of beef happens over silly stuff. I feel like our demographic, like, need to understand conflict resolution, like, just generally. Like, not just over common dislike or a common issue or of silly things. Like, when I go to a lot of events, innit? Yeah. And I've seen people get into fights, bringing out shanks over £5. Yeah. Not wanting to pay £5 to go to an event, and I'm thinking, what is going on? And obviously, this is all very systemic and all very down to the cards we were dealt as a black community in London and whatnot. Yeah. But at the same time, it's like, by now, and the access to not just information, but the access to being aware about things, about a lot of stuff that they're not taking on board. And I feel like, conflict resolution is something that's still really affecting our youth. Yeah. In terms of progressing to a point where they can meet in the middle and then actually talk about, I'm me, you were not really having to beef over this.
Yeah, exactly. And I think, like you said, it's like, I just feel like people like humility, man. Humility is a big thing, and there's not enough of it going around.
Yeah, egos, fam.
Big egos, and everyone's trying to not be human anymore.
Literally, that's what it feels like, Literally, no one's trying to be...
But that's what living in this sort of this country has kind of become.
We live in a metropolis, though. Like, we live in a financial hub. Like, where I was in West London, it's massive.
Oh, it's different.
Massive,
it's
like
different.
I don't know if it's marble, that cream, like, texture building, and like it's like West, but it's like housing, bro. It's in an apartment, massive. Just thinking, this is what London is, though. Like, fam, the whole road, there was not one dead car for ages, and I'm thinking,
dead car.
Yeah, like, I was just thinking, like, fam, this is money city, so a lot of people have warped perceptions of how they look at other people. Like, I even walked into my friend's apartment space today, and I was walking upstairs, and a woman was walking downstairs with her dog. She just looked at me like, like, on some rude thing. But obviously, I couldn't even say that because she also lives there, and I don't want it to get techie. But it's like, and just that attitude is London, like the core of it. Yeah. Look at man in his trackie and that because he's come to a nice spot, and you're trying to look me up and down like I'm any guy.
Like, if you're a bad person, and that's what happens.
Yeah, like,
and it's so under the carpet until you're faced with those situations, like you said, and then she could have reacted even worse. To be honest,
no, she could have. For me, it was just a normal, as a black person, black man. It was a normal interaction.
But it's frustrating that has to happen.
Sometimes with these things, you just have
she just can't walk past you.
Push them under the rug, really.
But sometimes you don't let people off, even if they're in the yard. But I know you mean it's your friend, so don't really want to be. If it was in a normal public place, I probably would have said something. But yeah, I do get you. You're like, it's not worth it. I can just shrug that off and put that on the shoulder.
But this is what our youth can't do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They'll see that situation of someone with the same skin as them, but if they done the same thing, and instantly it's
it's
like, what? Like, how'd you get to this?
It's a fight in the fire. Really is.
It's competition, man.
And I think it's really just hard though. Being a young person, being in that position is just hard. Constantly under that stress, and you're under that tension, and there's no one else who's actually allowed them to.
But don't we make it harder than it needs to be sometimes?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we do. But they don't talk about their problems and their feelings, so they're not de-stressing. They're not doing things to de-stress themselves. That's why it's messed up.
But that's why I think they need young community leaders like man them, like, you know what I'm saying? But it's over time where these things will slowly come into play, because people that are really on doing stuff are really planning to do stuff. It's not just walking about trying to talk to youths on road. It's trying to do programs. It's trying to do.
It's a holistic approach.
Yeah, therefore, I feel like in the next couple years, a lot of people that are more influential in our age bracket will be coming to light in London.
Yeah,
I feel like it's needed as well. But I feel like it definitely will.
I don't see this changing. I won't lie to you.
I see a little bit still.
And if it changes, it's gonna be over a generation. Like
in totality of
years,
it,
I'm
definitely.
Saying. Yeah,
but I feel like awareness will start increasing.
On the whole, I think that so long as education and opportunities increase, then we'll continually, progressively move forward.
I think education is a major issue.
And access to education and good schools. Just because you're going to school doesn't mean that you're going to get a good education or going to college.
Yeah. No, but that being said though, like I feel like your attitude to education doesn't start in school. It starts from at home.
Yeah.
Does.
Well, I was going to get that.
Does.
And the education of parents needs to be done.
Really just social support that you offer.
Yeah.
To someone, like that can come from like the parents, it can come from the community, but like in these cases, the people that go to, they don't have like enough social support. They end up in that sort of environment. They don't have someone to show them look this way. But what I do like is I think it was recently, isn't there like a lot of guys putting awareness onto like what's going on in the scene, like big artists like I think it was after a stabbing or something happened.
What do you mean?
Like
Roddy Ricch? Was it that one?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think it might have been, but it was like Idris Elba, a couple big artists were like.
Oh, it just started it.
Yeah.
It just started it. I think he made a video saying about how we need to get together, like basically we, as in like the black celebrities, need to get together and really spread the message of that it's just not, we need to stop this violence.
And they don't do enough.
And it was
I don't think they do enough.
It was because at the time as well, there was a big thing about the rise of the knife crime. That was all over the news.
Yeah,
and
wasn't it to do with the ITV guy that had to?
Yeah, because he like it just basically said like we've had knife crime is not new. Like they've had it in the 80s when he was growing up. Like this knife crime is not a new phenomenon, and that they've been dealing with it for so long, and that we need to get together and just do it and fix it ourselves because the government ain't doing shit.
Yeah, you can fix it in our communities, but as Akala went on and said, knife crime doesn't stem from race. You know what I'm saying? That's what he went on. I think he went on a program and talking about that.
Channel 4.
Yeah, he was saying the difference in like percentage of let's say black stabbings compared to a year in like Glasgow, and the percentage there being higher, not numerically. So what they'll do is they'll just attach.
They don't attach. They attach our colour
to
because he was talking about like
wash the problem.
I think it was with Piers Morgan. He was talking about like all the stabbing in like Southampton. Piers Morgan had to pack himself up on that one.
I never want to talk to that guy in my life.
It's very telling when you can see Piers Morgan like talking,
watching
like,
his words.
Yeah, exactly. Very carefully choosing.
He has to.
But
on hot.
Yeah, really and truly,
bro.
like they just paint the picture. It's the narrative, like with everything. Like we know
It's just
with
easier for them. It's
we know
easier for
with-
them to.
Yeah, it's just like saying, you know, your
heartless,
computer, you
effortless.
open up Google, you click on YouTube, slap in a video, that's all you're doing today. Like, that's what they're doing, fam. They're not making any of the content. They're just really just finding something, slapping it on. Oh, let's put this on this video. Put it online. Yeah. But in terms of media, it's lazy. And media's owned by, you know,
it's like same one or two guys.
Yeah.
Most of the media in this
with their
country.
political affiliations and to conservatives and all of this
all
stuff,
right
like
wing and all of that sort of stuff.
So all that plays into business, which is affecting the whole narrative, because, you know, we live in a country that's not really for us as black men and women and people of color. But, you know, we live in London, so we're lucky that we have
We're more
access to so
fortunate.
many cultures
Yeah.
and information. Like now, like even in school, from being in London, we had a chance to engage with people and learn on a different level to become more human, more empathetic, like towards other people. But like out of London, it's like you can
Different
see
gravy.
the difference from black people that's grown up in London and haven't grown up in London, evidently.
Yeah.
Right.
No,
Like
that's a fact. It's a fact.
minus a few other cities, Birmingham, maybe Manchester, maybe. But other than that,
And Liverpool maybe, but
but other than that, they come out very different because of who they're around more. They're not around the demographic of, you know, that we're around. So I feel like that affects it as well.
It's nuts.
It's nuts. But yeah, let me ask you a question. Like, what one girl said in I forgot her name, I think it was Kim or something, in the documentary. She was like, I went to an all-white school and I lived in an all-white area. And I felt safe, but I didn't feel like I was home. So that's why I started joining gangs.
Because she felt
like
the
that
love.
was her family and she felt the love. Have you like experienced that in your lives, or do you know people who've like, had that similar sort of idea?
Yeah, it's like I
that
said.
notion, so
Yeah, it's like I just said to you. Like I don't feel like there's a lot of times where I don't feel part of my own community, and like, because it's like I'm not involved with a lot of the people that, you know, are doing X, Y, Z. Like the people that I grew up with, I don't chat to them no more because, you know, I mean, we grew apart, but at the same time, it's like they were on shit that I wasn't on from early. But it's like now it's like I have like one or two people that I chat to from secondary school, and maybe a couple that I chat to from college, and that's it. Like it's like I can count them on one hand how many people. And it's like back in the day when it was literally like you said, I would walk out my house 15 minutes down the road, I'm in the park kicking ball and there's bare man them.
yeah.
Bare man them. But now it's just like I kind of miss that feeling again. Like I miss it.
You miss the community, you miss the togetherness as well. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, man, because, you know, obviously inherently, you know, being with people who look like you, you know, same sort of, obviously the culture and stuff, you feel at home, you feel together, but
Yeah. But it's like,
Obviously
but
the thing-
I see what she's saying, but at the same time, for me, it was like you have to understand that there's consequences to your actions.
100%, and that's why she thought like, yeah, I've kind of got to get out of this because
Yeah.
she'll become one of the, you know,
She'll
when
become a
those are good-
statistic.
yeah.
statistics like, of the
Statistics.
females stabbings that were happening that were on the rise.
Like those girls that get shot at like random chicken shop, like innocent girl gets shot. Yeah,
And obviously
that's
she
all.
was smart. But it's a real telling and painful kind of thing because why does she feel like that? Because it's like,
But she grew up in foster care.
Yeah,
yeah,
So
she was adopted. Wasn't she adopted like quite young though?
Yeah, like she was young when she got adopted, innit?
Yeah.
So for her, it's
in her case.
it's
Yeah.
unique.
But there still are many other girls who obviously have grown up in their families, but who just obviously still, and boys too, should I say?
Yeah,
seek,
but I
seek
think,
that life.
have you noticed though? It's a specific age, like it's 50 to 24. Like 50 to 24 is usually the age that you see on the news. Oh, XYZ got stabbed or shot,
Yeah.
or you know, been arrested for this and that. And it's like, I think like it starts off with a thing of just a little bit. You want the clout, like it does. Like you're just trying to be the man amongst your
Peers.
man. Them, yeah. So it's like, but the older you get, you realize that this is not the one. Like if you're trying to have a family and that in that environment, nah, it's not happening.
So
It's
but
not happening.
what can we really do though? But because there's too many people who fall by the wayside, and then end up either dead or in
But
jail.
that's the thing. It's like Rex was saying. It's a holistic approach where
Right.
as deep as it sounds, I don't see how we can really save this generation of people, because it's so embedded in their psyche where they will stab someone over £5.
Yeah, literally.
Think of the kind of person you have to be to stab someone over £5.
Yeah, that's almost
Yeah, taps, bro. Like
That's
absolutely taps.
different.
You just got to make sure you find groups or people that are young that you can see their minds alert and wanting to change, and you focus on them, because they're gonna then find people like that, and then
so you got to leave the others because
you're not leaving them, but you're prioritizing who gets the better half of your information.
Primary school is what I'm saying.
then
You
you come
have to
back to your
target the primary school lot, and then from there, I mean, like at this point, it's damage reduction.
Some is better than none, really.
Yeah, damage reduction with what we have, but the
shit.
only way you're really going to change the culture, because that's what it is. It's a cultural shift.
Yeah.
Only way that's happening is you're starting from young. You have to teach people from young.
Yeah,
It's the resilience, really.
Humility, respect, understanding that you're not going to get everything your own way. Shit's hard sometimes. You know, if you get into a fight, you don't need to call your man and just go stab someone or see them on the road and just do dumbness.
Yeah.
It's
the whole 360 thing, you're right.
yeah.
And it's what they consume as well. It's the consumption of.
And that's the problem I have right now. I'm not trying to go for the government again, like I always do, but it's like you can't throw money at a situation. It's not football. Like,
it's not.
you know what I'm saying?
It's
Like,
lives.
you don't just pay people, pay more police officers or give money to
no, you
NHS
can't
and
put more on the street. It doesn't make
it
sense.
solves the situation. Like, you need the police, you need NHS, you need social services, you need the right support systems to families, whether they are well off or they're not. Regardless, across the board, everybody needs that structure, and and then it's got to go through the education system. We need to completely update what we're doing there.
That needs to get rewritten.
Like, there's so much, and we're too busy doing Brexit. But that's
find
another
it
story.
Weird that there's a lot of like reductions on like a lot of like youth centres, and
It's always the youth centres.
always
youth
reductions.
They've
Like
been gone. They've been
like in my area,
They've
like
been wiped since
was,
like
like,
2010, 2012.
we went from like a good 4 like youth centres. There's only 1, and then the like opening times at my youth centre is like ridiculous. It's like every now and then. It's not frequent. Like some days you go there and it's closed, and I only go there because sometimes I want to use the gym because I can use that for free. And I remember like there was one fitting day. There was this guy he's on the roads, and like by chance he said, "Oh, I want to start going like gym." I'm thinking like, "Oh, this is cool." Yeah, we're waiting. The gym didn't open, like the whole youth center, and me and my boys were there thinking of this like one guy. I'm gonna call him F. Yeah, this guy's come off the roads.
F for
like,
fraud.
Now F is back on the road. He's got more time to go back on the road. Like what's going on? And it's quite telling in my area because crime rates have gone like up in like Camden. There's been multiple stabbings all across
It's been
Camden.
awful.
It's been awful.
The past 2 years has been so bad.
From like 2017 times.
But shall I tell you what? Most youths, they don't understand that you can get gal, you can be the guy, you can do all of these other things, you can get dough, and you don't have to be on this next crud.
Yeah.
There's other avenues that aren't really open to them, that obviously some people have tapped into, like creative industries. For young people in creative industries, it's tapped now, like so many people pouring in. But it's like, how are
What else?
the government really going to implement ways to get people or young children into like doing more life lesson education, just things that the understanding that this is going to happen. You could live by yourself, you could be not homeless, but you could end up being in this situation, and now in your head it's going to help you develop your maturity because you're like, I know this. You're going to get to a certain age. There's certain other bits like just doing programs. There's so many things that I feel like people our age could put forward to people like in government, but it's like this government's not really going to work for us because who do you see of our representation in
That
government?
reminds me of like how you were saying the other time about the government, like most of them being like all of a certain age and a certain demographic.
Silver spoon, bro.
Yeah. People like, what was I saying? Basically how people just look to protect their own rather than looking to help others.
That's what happens.
Yeah.
Until you break the mold, really, like.
When I talk about democracy and that.
Yeah, as well.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, yeah. People vote for their own self-interest rather than the interest of the community.
Again, with the humility point of view.
Exactly.
It's not there. So overall, what do you think of the doc then?
Stagnation.
Yeah.
It didn't tell me anything I didn't already know. I did think that it was a piece of, my initial reaction was that this is propaganda. That's what my initial reaction was. This is basically like if you think about what a documentary is supposed to be, it's supposed to be like an essay where it's balanced. You have both sides, pros and cons, and allows you to form your own decision. But there, it was just strictly, they tried to paint it as everything they did was good and completely, they positioned the SPAC Nation Church as being the only way.
Yeah.
The only way. And it's like, again, I respect what they're doing. And I align with their philosophy of trying to speak a language people understand. However, there are people, there are question marks that haven't been answered. And so, it's definitely worth a watch. I watched it with my dad, did it, which I was nervous about because I know he's going to start chatting shit to me again because a lot of it was about my area. So it's like...
Did he not chat shit this time?
Nah. He was quiet. It was like, this is interesting.
Yeah, I thought it was quite interesting. Again, like, it wasn't really holistic. Like, we didn't get to see, like, other sides of the, like, view. But... I like what they're doing, but would have been better if it was like more. I thought it would have been better if it was like one big, like, sort of episode instead of like 3 really mini ones and more detailed where they went more in depth. That's what I felt, because like.
But you really think from seeing SPAC Nation that they're going to go into a detailed analysis of
it wasn't really detailed. It was just like. I felt like it was more like I'm following a couple people's lives and seeing how they progressing. It didn't feel like
them back in the day documentaries where you could just see the
you see like one person. I'm going to like shop now and all of that. It felt kind of like that, but it didn't feel like I was finding more about individuals' lives and not SPAC Nation as a whole to me.
Did you want to find out more about SPAC though?
Yeah.
Then watch the other documentary.
Which one?
There's one on, just about SPAC. I can't remember what it's called, but the first one.
My boy keeps telling me to come with him to go to the church.
Do not go, blood.
I'm curious. I want to go in
where it tells you about SPAC. It tells you about the pastor, the hope they're dealing, the network. It tells you obviously how they recruited a lot of the ministers and whatnot. And most of them obviously have come off the streets. Like the guy who was obviously not narrating, but obviously he was at First Point. Telling his life, the one who was recruiting most of the youngsters and helping people out. He obviously was a gang leader.
Yeah,
from my area.
Kevin.
His name was Kevin. And he was
the black guy.
Yeah.
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 No, I don't know him.
The black guy. They're all black, aren't they?
No, haven't seen him.
Yeah.
He's older than me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Obviously now he's a business owner and obviously prominent member in the church who actually was on BBC the other day.
Oh, is it?
Talking about SPAC.
Them guys have been
at 7 in the morning.
Quite a few things.
That's the only thing I don't know. Don't know why they called it that. And I watched the first documentary.
Been on Gasworks. They've been on everything now.
They're everywhere.
It's been on Gasworks.
They've been on Gasworks. I watched it.
The thing is, for me, right,
my guy came with like a good like bag of like God knows how many K of money, and he just slapped it on the table. One of the members, I think he was wearing a bally as well.
Oh, ridiculous.
I was just thinking like...
They're really pushing the influence out here. Thing is, I haven't got a problem with the church and whatnot. I do a little bit, but my main problem is how they're selling it. And they did in the first documentary and they did it in the second, which is like, we will save you and we will make you this rich, polished person, and you need this in order to save your life. And it's literally just taking them out of one, search for evil into another, because literally just, we want you to join this capitalist system. I know you want this and I'm going to give it to you. And that's the selling point. And obviously that's the perceived language that they can understand, which is money, riches, and obviously everything else that comes with it.
Yeah.
And you can see that, for example, when they go to obviously take out that guy, I forgot his name, from jail. Nana, that's the guy's name. He comes out of jail. It's Kevin's
pull up in a G-Wagon.
long-term friend. They pull up in a G-Wagon. But that's not really my problem, my main concern. That is bad as well, but obviously comes with the Bible and goes, yeah, I've got the shotgun for him. I'm not popping any.
It's like in the Trap Mash video. In the Trap Mash video where they hold the Bible like
as a shotty,
as a
Why
shotty.
are you doing
and
that?
when the other video where they
to me, it's like
wrap the
really
Bible
defeats
like
the
it's
purpose.
like drugs or something. It's like, what the hell?
Just like, I know it's trying to be thought provoking, but that's just too fun. So something you just don't do. But the main cause of
Cultural
why
appropriation.
I'm vexed 100% is that so he comes out of jail, fresh out, they're happy, pull up in the G-Wagon, that's fine, they may just be driving it that day. But the next day, when he's obviously the day in the life of his life and he's like, oh, I'm so happy now I'm out free, I'm going to follow SPAC and whatnot. They've literally changed his clothing to what he was wearing, obviously general hand-me-downs or whatever in jail. He's looking iced out to the T in freshest designer, everything. It's like, why must you put him in that straight away? Because he clearly didn't earn it. He clearly didn't have the savings for it, but you then use the money that's supposed to be earned by the church and other people, the tithes, to then, just make sure that he stays in this look and portrays this look of, okay, now I'm a winner, I'm iced out. And obviously that's going to get in his mind, because if he can't consistently fulfill that, what's he going to go back and then do? And because it's hard to get employed once you've come out of prison.
Yeah.
And he even said, when I was in prison, I was just focused on
that TK guy.
What prison life is. No, not TK.
Nana one.
What prison life is going to be. And now I have to focus on what every day is going to be like.
That's what TK said. And he talked about having to get, when he tried to get a job. And then,
No, that was Nana.
That was Nana, and then TK was talking about jobs. By the way, the way that TK guy was
Wait,
spazzing
we'll
out.
get to that. I'm going to get to that. So, but yeah, it's just like, how why are you putting him, icing him out like that?
real
Because
deliverance.
he's just going to want to look dripped and look obviously rich every day of his life, which he can't afford to do right now. And that's the image that's going to destruct the youth, especially. Like, obviously, Josh, the youth, who's going to play football.
Jump in.
You see
you
him
call him
with,
James, you call him Josh.
Sorry, Jay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just knew it was Jay. He obviously, goes for his football trial with his do-rag on, waddling out the door with the MCM bag. Obviously, he's 16, so how can he afford that? And he's obviously going to get,
Trapping, innit? Actually, no, he gave away all of the
influence into that life.
product,
I've got to be dripped. And that's the problem I'm having with them. It's like they're selling
Hey,
glamour.
quick side note, you see, he gave away all the product. Surely somebody's going to come looking for him for that.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like,
Yeah, that's
how,
why they
how
moved him.
do the church give the
Yeah,
product?
but then they baited him out.
They're like, oh yeah, we're giving you the product, and they're not going to be like, who gave you this
to the
product?
police.
Who the like?
Nah, I'm talking about the guy who gave Jaheim the product.
Yeah, Vex, bro.
product?
So if I'm a dealer and I give you shit on consignment,
Yeah,
right, and you have to sell it and bring me back the profits, and you go and give my product to somebody else,
Someone's looking for him.
I'm like, bro, where's my money? Like,
Probably that's why they moved him out. I don't know, but like, it's a bit
the
beat.
church
And his
could
face
be-
is on. His face is on.
no, it's faced on BBC Three.
Yeah,
And now they've
that's
told.
what I didn't understand. Why, like,
That's what I
like,
said initially. They're
apart
paying everything
from
out.
like the TK man and the Kevin man, because I've seen them man in the music video for Trap Mash already. So like those ones I understood, but the others, like, I ain't seen your faces before. So like, why are you putting your face out? Like, why are you baiting yourself?
You're risking your life.
Is what it is, isn't it?
And then you're also, just making it obvious. Because if you go back to the drug life and the hard life, then you'll be known to the authorities as well. So it just really isn't healthy or good for you.
they already know anyway.
And like with Jaheim, I got it right this time. They obviously showed him where he could potentially go and play football.
Yeah.
So you're just putting his life even in more danger, which he's going to have to look after. Then obviously back onto TK now. Obviously Edmonton's near my area, where obviously me and Rex live. It's been prominently, known to be quite violent and whatnot.
Yeah.
And that his story, I think they threw that in there, and there may have been a bit of sugar dusting on that. Obviously, he said, I'm from the area, I'm a gang leader, and my mum gave me a choice and said, which side do you want to be on, God's side or the devil's
He went
side?
666.
And he
Lucifer, son of the man.
He said, "Oh no, I'm going to be on the devil's side." And then they showed a video of in his Snapchat, he had like 666 in a picture.
Yeah.
And like they said, he used to practice black magic.
That's mad.
In my opinion, he could have, but they
we
put
hear
that in
all of
there
these
to make
stories
it.
about like man them on the roads practicing black
That's
magic.
what I'm saying. They wanted it to come to
the cap and
light.
sleeper or
So say
something.
abracadabra did black magic.
Yeah, these things are wild, man.
I mean, they said they did abracadabra, so it's not far off.
Yeah, he used to make man disappear. I can't lie. Man. They do a lot of hard things. Like,
Quick joke.
But you're lucky he's not big no more, bro. He might have come for you now. But yeah, no, SPAC, I don't know.
God forgive me, I bust my nine.
For me, it's not for me. If that's for you and you want to try it and you want to go, like Izu said, you can do you. But you know,
fuck it, why
you've
not?
got people like Young Diz going in like, yeah, man, church was good. I feel refreshed. Oh yeah, man, I'm good. And then he's gonna go the next week and then shoot someone. It just doesn't.
People
really
use church as an
add up
excuse
for
to
me.
repent, man.
Yeah.
To
Doesn't
their
add up
version of
for me,
repent,
you know.
man. Then they're back at the same BS, fam.
Not every church is a good church.
Fam, more time. How
So
many
a lot
weeks
of
have you
people
gone out?
in religion are just like that. They just like because you
Yeah, but-
attend your
wait,
services,
yeah.
everything else is good, and like
Yeah, but it happens bears though. Look at all the
from
Islamics
everything.
who don't touch pork, but they do everything but.
Literally.
They'll be smoking.
Yeah.
They'll be drinking.
But hey, bring
they'll
like
be-
ham sandwich, they're not on it.
Of course, or they'll be, with females that are
Smoking
not
hella weed with tobacco in it.
Yeah.
No one's there. So
living in this Western country. A lot of people bend the rules, man.
it's because it's hard. It's like
It's
gets
hard.
It's hard.
Yeah, but there's
In
one
their
thing called
in what they're
discipline.
doing. Yeah.
Like when you get to the older ages and you start living by yourself. I know your parents, you still, in most cultures and stuff, they hold rank. But when you get to 25, 26 plus,
Yeah. No, you're
you
your
really
own,
got to be
don't you?
your
Yeah.
own guy, your own girl. Like you're living for yourself now, and who you want to bring into this world. So if you don't want to subscribe to that culture anymore, then I mean, I may be saying this out of turn, but then don't that religion anymore.
It's
If you're not
hard
gonna
because
do
some
it for-
families will actually put people. They'll just send you away. Like no one's there. Like you can't
I've
escape
had-
certain
I've
things.
had
Yeah,
that
but
threat
if
a
you're living
couple
by
times.
yourself, then
I got sent.
yeah, but they may.
So
Yeah, I know. what you
Uganda
mean.
for a bit, bro.
Yeah, one boy I know got sent back to Uganda as well.
That's never gonna happen. I'll never be me, bro.
I was in
That
Uganda
some
for
man
like
still.
6 months, man. Tough times, bro.
Alex, what did you do, man?
Nah, it was just,
How many
it was
dishes did you break?
it was just,
Too many wines.
it was just
Too
from
many
being,
wines.
being a bit. This is in primary school.
Who
Before
did you hit at school?
Just
this is
catching
just,
wides in
and
private school.
I had a bit of a lip on me, but like my mum didn't tolerate any bullshit. So yeah.
Shifted back.
That's why I'm glad.
Then I got worse at secondary school, so I don't know how I managed to like.
Bus case.
You know them ones where you're just glad that you don't have family back home you could live with. You can obviously go visit and that, but
Yeah.
that's why I'm just glad I can never be.
I think my mum
could never come
mum's
across my
reasoning
plate.
for bringing me back, though, was like she realized she would miss me too much. Then I just got brought back, and then yeah, lucky, very fortunate.
Soft.
Sounds like someone from SPAC.
Soft.
Someone documentary.
Just soft.
But yeah, man. On that note, leave SPAC, but it's been. Yeah, go and watch it. I definitely tell you watch it, make up your own mind of it. But yeah,
Yeah, I need to give it a watch as well. I haven't even watched it.
yeah, man. But you saw the tweets enough, so it was good.
Yeah.
On that note, though, that's episode 25 done.
Yep.
Yeah,
a
yeah.
wrap.
Big 2-5 now.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Quarter
yeah.
century.
Right, that's a lot still.
What's that? Quarter century
Quarter
now.
century, bro.
Quarter century.
Wow. It's a mad
Big
thing.
madness.
Big 50. This is it's coming as soon. Don't worry, man. Don't worry.
Hey,
50.
we're gonna
Or
get
a
there.
big 50, you have to do some mad ass like
Alright, we got plans.
slap up, like
Don't worry, we got
some
plans.
big. I don't know.
Some big reunion.
I don't know, and hopefully a few outtakes for me on that 50th.
Maybe.
I'm
Don't worry, we've got
really
some big
pushing
stuff.
for these outtakes, you know.
We've got some
Maybe.
big stuff coming. Don't worry. Obviously, those who sign up to Patreon will obviously see that
Yeah.
first.
Yeah.
Do
And
that,
see
man.
those exclusively. So remember to, obviously jump on. But yeah, Rex, man, where can the people them hear you and find you?
Find me on Insta for now at RXARDEO. I'll be dropping stuff on all platforms this month with more shows announced and videos dropping on like Grime Daily, my own channel. Just keep tuned this month. Definitely, you'll see a lot of content coming out.
Nice.
Yeah, thanks for having me though. Love.
Yeah, thanks for coming through, man. Dropping that knowledge.
Trust
love.
me, you really want to go to one of his shows, like, because wavy,
He's got vibes.
wavy, pure vibes, man.
Come on, yeah.
Because even that, what was it, like the guest list tune? Oh, that gassed me. That gassed me.
Hey, that's
there.
dropping this season.
Yeah,
Don't worry.
nah. I'm telling you,
dropping
some
this
fire
season,
coming
mate.
up, man.
Can't lie, I'm gonna get you to send one of the tracks so we can put on the on the Insta.
Yeah.
So
Oh
people
yeah,
can hear.
I'll send
Yeah,
something. I've got a
So
few
it's
things.
good. Chills, where
Yeah.
can they find you, bro?
That's on Insta ACL17. I repeat, ACL 17 on Insta. On Twitter, it's clapped you, or just type ACL WANGA 17. Yeah. Please DM me a sweet one. Please. I say this every time I'm on. Please, I'm trying to leave the game, man.
Yeah, try to tap
I need
out.
that. What do we call them? Sweet ones.
We want.
What? The mashallah.
Oh, the mashallah girls, bro.
Yeah. Honestly, DM me, man. Yeah, please.
Wow, no, I'm sorry. I got to take a breath there. Alex made me laugh. Chills, man. Something else. Yeah, obviously you can find myself on Instagram at SBK Worldwide. Obviously posting regularly. And on Twitter at K the Fixer. You can DM me on wherever you want. And obviously DM us on the Unplugged Podcast across all, obviously, socials and whatnot. Keep tuned to the Instagram, obviously, so you can check out Rex's tracks and whatnot as well. And obviously, Izzy, you can find him at
Izzy the Mulatto, Instagram and Twitter. It's been the same since the beginning. Let's do this.
Come on, we run them laps.
And if you're that buff girl, I saw the train earlier. Hey,
She needs to DM me.
Real shit.
Calling all sweet ones, just you must just DM the account really, so we can share your information, and then DM DM the podcast account on Instagram, and just say who you want to talk to, because obviously you're going to post photographs of who we are and what we look like. So sweet ones, just give us a little like, man.
Don't be shy.
Just drop a little emoji in the
I'm trying to be chatting to a sweet one and free. I'm like Rex.
3.0 sweet ones. But on that note, episode 25, we out. R.I.P. Nipsey.
Yeah, R.I.P. Nipsey.
R.I.P. man. Real one.
Hi guys, you've been locked into the Unplugged Podcast. That's Unplugged with 3 G's. Be sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Unplugged Podcast. See you on the other side.